What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, man? I appreciate y'all checking me out. As always, listen, I got 21 hours left, probably like 19 hours left, 20 hours left on this StreamYard free trial. All right. Um, y'all know I don't know what's gonna happen next. All right. But as of now, definitely appreciate y'all checking me out. I can't say that shit enough. So I will say that every opportunity I get. I want to talk about James Harden declining his option. $47.3 million that this man decided to walk away from. Now, it's to be determined whether or not he'll re sign a contract with the Philadelphia 76ers for a similar amount of money. The idea is to be able to provide cap flexibility so that they can help build a championship roster. Now, listen, me personally, I think with the acquisition of DeAnthony Melton, and they shedded the contract of Danny Green in order to get DeAnthony Melton. So Danny Green is now with the Wizards. We know he's coming off a knee surgery, an injury, so he's never going to be the same anyway. I think that DeAnthony Melton was a great move. Um, Depending on other free agents that they'll be able to add, let's see, like they're expected to open up more mid-level exception and something else. Let me see what it was. Hold on. Let me see what it was. Okay. So, okay. It opened up a full $10.5 million exception. Now, full middle exception. Whatever the case may be, to me, this shows a commitment from James Harden to the organization, especially depending on how much he resigns for and who they're able to bring in. Obviously, this is a very unselfish move for James Harden. Whether he signs for the same amount or not, to me, it really does not matter because he declined the option so that the team will be able to have more flexibility. He'll be back. All right. This is one of his trade destinations. He wanted to be in Philly. He will be back. I don't have no doubt about that. Um, I also think that if they don't do nothing stupid, if they don't do anything stupid, I was a guy who kind of bought into the rumors of the trade of Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris for Bradley Beal. And the further along we come, the less the less I believe they'll pull the trigger on a stupid ass move like that. I think that they should stick with what they got, and I actually got Philadelphia being one of the teams who will be in the Eastern Conference Finals next year. That's my hot take. And I don't even think it's so much of a hot take. Listen, Joel Embiid had an amazing past two seasons where he arguably could have been the MVP both seasons. Um, James Harden, we saw a dip in his production just a little bit, but he still put up very solid numbers throughout the regular season. Now, even with his playoff history being as horrible as it is, all right, I spoke on that in one of my earlier videos. I still think that, for one, I don't think that it's fair for us to put so much expectations on a player like James Harden. I believe that it's only a handful of players who we can put the expectations on to carry a team and to perform at all times, right? To perform well at all times. This is just a small list of players. You got Bron, you got Giannis, you got Steph Curry. I'm gonna put Kevin Durant on that list, and I'm gonna actually add Jimmy Butler to that list. All right. I think that I think that these are the only few players that we can say actually these are the only four players that I say deserve to have those type of expectations put on them. Other than that, I think everybody else has already showed us who they are. I think Russell Westbrook showed us who he is. James Harden has shown us who he is. Bradley Beal, Paul George. There's so many different players who have actually, especially veterans. All right. I'm not really talking about guys like the younger guys in the NBA, like the Trey Youngs, the Donovan Mitchells. I think a lot of these younger guys still have the chance to show us what they can do. When it comes to James Harden, we know that throughout the playoffs, he ain't got shit for you. All right. He's not that, he ain't that guy that you can just give him the ball and say, hey man, make something happen. He's not that guy. I don't expect him to be that guy in Philadelphia. All right. I expect him to come in and be a great role player. Not even a great role player, but he's a key piece, but he's not the key piece. I think that the key piece, I think it's gonna come down to Joel Embiid. Whether I think it's gonna come down to Joel Embiid, ultimately his conditioning and staying healthy. All in all, I think that it was a great move. It was a great show of character for James Harden. A lot of people talk shit about James Harden, man. He's declining as a player. The motherfucker party too much, or he got the Kardashian curse. I don't really subscribe to none of those things. I think that the expectations of James Harden are higher than what they should be. I think that expecting 20 points, 20 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds from James Harden is totally acceptable. I think that's very exceptional for James Harden as a player or as anybody as a player. You know what I'm saying? Those great numbers for anybody. So we'll see what happened again. Free agency is tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Keep your eye on that. But I think that James Harden did a very unselfish move. And I do think that the 76ers will be in the Eastern Conference Finals come next season, barring any ridiculous injuries. All right. That's my 10 cents. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.